Hey everybody, hope you had a good week as we are nearing the end of January already. It's just very hard to believe for me. But it was a good week. Lots of nuts out there. And with a couple of days of less than ideal conditions, one in particular, got some real doozies for you, like this knucklehead here. I actually found the owner of the company on Facebook and sent him a note about their driver running a stop sign, cutting me off, and then immediately turning. He never wrote back. My guess is that he was the one that was driving. So I wrote a letter to the local police again and just asked him some questions about, is it really worth it to turn these idiots in when they do this stupid stuff on the road? And his response was basically, unless I really want to go to court for each and every incident just to get them a ticket, it's probably not worth my time. Well, this guy. Nice. So, I think I really just need to wait until the big ones happen, and hopefully my car isn't in a million pieces when that happens. I like this driver here, just driving over the yellow line in the middle of a very busy area of town. Cars coming. Up ahead he does an even better move. So there's a left turn lane up here, and he's just going to cross the yellow line. He's not going to wait to get up there. Cross the yellow line, driving in the opposite lane, and the tractor trailer's coming. Real genius. I don't understand why they can't be patient for just another couple of minutes. Save yourself and another driver the hassle of a possible accident. This intersection, no one ever stops here. In fact, I have a friend who drives a school bus, and she was almost in a big collision with her bus at this very intersection when someone ran the stop sign. I had to talk to her, and then, I gave her my sympathies and told her what goes on my video every day. Yeah, I had to slow the video down here, but the two cars coming in from the left up ahead there both just run right through the stop sign. This is another intersection I'm very surprised that people don't stop for. It's on a very busy road, commute-wise. A lot of people drive through here. There's also a school nearby, so there's always bus traffic. But it doesn't seem to faze them. I made note of the stickers on the back of this particular truck because, they're all the feel-good, coexist, one human family stickers, but I'm still going to run the stop sign and take the chance on hurting somebody else in this human family. So, I say hippie in my captions there, and it's meant to be more of a, an insult to the stickers themselves. If you're a hippie, I apologize. I had this happen a lot recently, where cars just back out and stop with the rear of the car still hanging out on the road. You'll remember the car. I think it was last week. But anyway, this one is the big one. I put this up individually on the site, so you've already seen it. But this old guy, I put my signal light on. As soon as he saw my signal light, he went, as though I was inviting them to go. And it killed me. I mean, I was blowing the horn. He's shouting and screaming at me. With the windows up, of course, I couldn't hear him. All I could see was the stogie sticking out of his mouth, and he was just running a mile a minute. But then I glanced in the mirror, and I see the crossing guard back there holding their hands up like I was the one that did something wrong. Okay, call the cops on me, and we'll have a talk. And I'll show you my video. This is great. Just pull over the yellow line. I mean, if someone was to come in from the right and make a left-hand turn there, they could get in an accident. And especially, look at how he turns. I am just going nuts. I don't know if you can see this. If you do this full screen, you can see it. But way up ahead, you'll see a school bus van, just run right out in front of the cars that are up there in front of me. Don't put my kid on that bus. My goodness, just crazy. But yeah, it's it's astounding to me, and I've said it before that if you don't like me putting up the people running stop signs, but it's the majority of the stuff I see, and as much as I see it over and over again, I still can't get over it. Especially the ones like that where they run right out through the stop sign, they don't even stop, and there's cars coming. And they have the right of way, but they don't care. They're in such a hurry, or they're not paying attention, and I don't know if they got their nose in the phone or what it is. But to pull out in front of somebody like that and think that it's all right. I got a couple of businesses here running the stop sign. Koopman is a pretty popular lumber and paint store in the area. So I just throw their information up, give them a call and point them to the website. Maybe they'll wise up. But I mean, if you've got a company and you're trying to promote goodwill and customer service in the neighborhoods that you have shops in, and then you drive like that, it kind of takes away from the credibility, and it makes me think twice before I go shopping there. Double the red light runner here. I was flabbergasted when I saw her do this. I mean, the light's clearly changing. I don't know if she was afraid I was going to get out of the car and come talk to her for running out in front of me earlier or what. I don't do that. It ain't worth it. You've seen the videos in the past of the people that have come up to my window and the guy screaming and swearing at me at the window because I tooted my horn at him. I'm not going to be that guy. I don't need to. I can just put you on the internet. But anyway, yes, it's almost February, if you can believe it, and I hope your year is going good so far. Things in my life are pretty good. I turned 42 this month, and I'm still looking at a new camera for my helmet, but haven't talked to my wife about it yet. I've got a few months to kind of ease into that. Maybe the tax refund, if it's big enough, will be used towards getting a new camera. I should really put one in my other car too, the one that she drives around in, because she tells me about stuff that happens to her all the time, and I can't even get the footage because we only have the camera in my car. So I keep telling her I'm going to put one in, but I haven't done it yet. I do appreciate the people that comment on the videos. Feel free to comment on any of my videos. Constructive criticism. If you don't like seeing all the stop sign runners, that's fine too. I'll take them out. I know these videos are pretty long. This one's 13 minutes and some change. Oh, I love this part here. They got two guys already pulled across the yellow line with oncoming traffic to get to the left turn lane, and then the guy behind me. I'm gonna go too. He completely crosses into a non-passing lane, double yellow line, cars coming, and he just whizzes down through there. And unfortunately, it was going so fast that the camera couldn't pick up the plate number in the dark like that. My headlights are too bright. The light reflects off the plates and it washes out the numbers. But I really wish I had seen him coming quicker and been ready to just shout out his plate number into the camera so that I could get the number. Because that would have been something definitely to report to the police. You're putting people in danger, and not to mention that the gas station up on the right in that area, a lot of people will stop and let people pull out of that. I've seen close calls there a couple of times where cars have pulled out over the yellow line to get to that left turn lane and almost smashed right into the side of cars that have been let out of that gas station. And I just sit there and shake my head. And eventually, you're going to get a video on my site here of a big accident. And hopefully it's not from a first-person perspective where I'm the one that got in the crash because of something some nut did. This guy was in a hurry, and I laughed because he passed that car going up the hill. It was a legal pass except for the fact that there were cars coming in the opposite direction. Then he does a double pass on me and the car in front of me here. But he doesn't use a signal light, and we're doing 45 in the zone, and he flies by us. He must be doing 60. Now, I don't show it, but later on, I caught back up to him, and of all the places he was going to the courthouse. he had to make a court appearance. Something tells me that court appearance has something to do with the way he drives. But he was flying. He passed that car behind me, the two of us. I didn't see if he passed anybody else because he got so far ahead of us. It was just crazy. Now, I have been known to pass on that particular section of road in the passing zones, but I see cops there so often, I won't do it unless I'm actually passing, doing the speed limit. For some reason, in the wintertime, these cars are driving 30 miles an hour in a 45 zone. So I just, I get the chance, I get a clear area to pass, I'll pass. It was funny, this particular incident here, the van pulling out, almost run right into him. I was talking to my mother on my phone, hands-free. I've got a Bluetooth system in my car. But as I get close and I see this car coming, I blow the horn, and my mom thinks something big's about to happen. She's like, "Are you all right? What's going on?" I said, "No, you've seen my videos, just the usual." So I cut this section of video up and I put it on her Facebook page and say, "Hey, this is what happened when we were on the phone this morning." Always good for a laugh. But anyway, this guy, it's dusk. The driver manual says that you should turn your headlights on 30 minutes after sunset. So technically I don't care too much that they didn't have their lights on. I just find it stupid. But no warning, just hit the brakes and turn left. And there's no road or anything there. I'm like, where are they going? And they're just doing a 3-point turn. But I would appreciate a signal, something to let me know what you're about to do. And this guy, just roll through the stop sign. I'm turning up here anyway. It doesn't matter. I don't need to stop if I'm going to turn, right? I'm just going to my house. So, lots of stop sign runners. Like I said, that's the majority of the things I see. And then I get a few good ones like this where I'm coming up to an intersection and the cop's just going to run out in front of me. "Oh, thank you, officer. I'd appreciate it if you just stay where you are." How do you explain that one? Because you always wonder, if you get in an accident with a cop, are they just going to, change the story? Or are they going to be honest? What do they do when they encounter somebody with a dash cam? Do I say anything and see what they try to say? Or do I just say, "Hey, look, I got you on camera. I know exactly what you did"? With the climate in our country these days, it's probably best to just calmly tell him. So, I end this video this week on a cool slow-mo shot here. The gas price is $1.70. That's the cheapest I've seen it around my area, which is pretty impressive. I like to send these kind of clips to my family who all live in New York, because the gas price is almost 20 to 25 cents higher where they live than out here. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my compilation this week. I appreciate your subscriptions and taking the time to watch. Have a great weekend. Be safe out there, and we'll see you next week.